Wide open shot.
Yeah, Physicality. Boy, a little pushing and shoving going on underneath. And Herder gets the rebound and lays it in. That's just effort right there for Herder. And then you got Doncic and Giddey in a little bit of a tussle. And I'm wondering what they're going to call here.
I saw the end of it, and it was Luka with the left forearm.
Technical foul.
So
he's going to get a T for sure.
You see Luka there, and then he runs into Giddey and then shoves him with the left arm.
Yeah,
so
I saw that too.
Yeah. Kobe White will go to the line and shoot the T. Kobe White with 27 points. He's missed 2 shots in the game. This game has taken an interesting twist with 5:25 to go here in the third.
Long rebound, McDaniels. All tied up in 95. And that was the wildest nonchalant 3 seconds I've seen. Gobert really didn't make an effort to get out of the paint. I don't know if he was frustrated he didn't get the ball. But he did not get out of the lane. Easy 3 seconds calls for the officials. 14th turnover for the Wolves.
Oh no. Oh no.
And Gobert just picked up a foul. Look, Gobert wants the ball. Look, just very little effort in getting out of the lane. And then he just hip checked Scotty.
Determined in pregame warmups that he could not go today. Schroeder jars it loose. Ball ends up on the deck. It's 5-on-4. Simmons right down the middle for the two-handed slam. Ben Simmons going to the hole. Timeout, Charlotte. And Simmons and Miller having some extra words. Nets up by 3.
And things are getting a little bit dicey. Ben Simmons, his first dunk of the season.
Brandon. Oh, shoulder to shoulder shove right there.
Oh, Ben Simmons. A foul on Green. And Brandon Miller gets in the face of Ben Simmons.
After that, a little shove right there. Look, Brandon, yeah, like that. Yeah, you shoved my guy down.
The foul's called on Green.
Yep.
That's a foul on Josh Green somehow. Now remember, Josh Green and Ben Simmons are both Australians by birth. They know each other well. They both played for the national team in Australia over the years.
Chicago leads it, 1:12 to play in the first. Screen by Stu for Jaden. Jaden spins, drops it for Stu. Plenty on the shot clock. And Isaiah Stewart and one of the Bulls into it.
Okay, you got a switch right here, and Dalen Terry is on Isaiah Stewart, giving up lots of strength. And you see the battle between them and all the hacking and then the rest.
Yeah, Terry 6'7", only 210.
I'm going to replay for a hostile act.
They get locked up, entangled, and now no one wants to let go. And Terry, I would think, probably didn't really want a piece of Isaiah Stewart, but, you know, make it look good in a basketball skirmish, George. Teammates are holding you back.
lot more movement on the offensive end, especially in that half-court sets, than it was in yesterday's game.
Bain contested three, bango!
I saw the gesture afterwards. I saw the gesture afterwards, partner.
And Caleb Martin did not appreciate Desmond Bain doing that. JT Orr diffuses it.
This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for both. I've been waiting for this Desmond Bain here to get back into the Grizzlies' flow again.
And JT Orr with double techs. Grizzlies their largest lead of the game. And you had to expect that Philadelphia would come out with a fair amount of fire, given a 2-11 record where the expectations in Philadelphia were essentially championship or bust.
Good job by Şengün to get to the ball. Steps into the lane, gets turned back, finds Smith in the corner, has to over Grant. No good. Brooks the offensive rebound. And now he and Sharp have to be separated. And now he and Simons have to be separated. Şengün and Smith also mixing it up with Grant and Kamara. It's on.
Well, you normally don't get the fire in the second half, and man, that was a grown man rebound from Dylan Brooks. We'll get a better view here, man. That's an excellent rebound. And that's normal, happens all the time. Referees jump in, no harm, no foul. But watch Simons come back around and initiates with Brooks. That may be a technical right there, or maybe offsetting technicals between those two at the most, I'd assume.
Yeah,
look at that rebound.
I mean,
man.
well, I am speculating and guessing here, but I think ultimately it might be 1T for Brooks, 1T for Simons, and
and play on. You don't want to do something that could affect the game here. And again, no punches were thrown, nothing but some trash talk and some stares.
That initial sequence there didn't warrant anything, but it was what transpired after those two ended up getting separated.
How about Dylan Brooks in this fourth quarter, man? How huge has he been? And Rockets didn't have anything. But it's Simons who comes out of nowhere. Keep in mind, Dylan Brooks had been shadowing Simons the last two games.
Going one-on-one with Sarr. No looks inside to Lopez.
Boy, the defense shifted, but it was a great pass.
Giannis Antetokounmpo with a triple-double. Wizards called time as Jordan Poole once again on the floor. Jordan threw the basketball over at Taurean Prince.
Yeah, he didn't like that. He felt it was unnecessary.
As he said, Antetokounmpo just recorded another triple-double. That is now his 10th, as he is now tied with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most triple-doubles. Correction.
See, I don't like that play, man. That's excessive. That should be a flagrant.
Look at that one more time as Poole bumps into Prince.
I mean, you can't do that with your upper body and throw your arms like that to throw someone down.
And I think in game motion too, the one thing you couldn't sense, I think, is that Poole, I think, had stopped on the play and Prince was still playing. He thought he was about to get pummeled into, so that looked like a little bit more than it was. But Poole, not thrilled, throwing the ball at Taurean Prince.
He's got it going. Obviously what he's in for, and a big part is running the offense, but looking for his own shot.
And it's going the other way. Simmons is trying to take the ball from Black, and Capers is trying to break it up. And now Suggs gets in there. Shake Milton trying to step in between, and James Capers, security, other officials, Jamal Mosley, the head coach, Jordy Fernandez as well. So what started out small has mushroomed.
Trying to get the ball back immediately. So there's where the foul's called. Simmons comes around to grab for the ball. Black does grab his arm a little bit, trying to see if it turns into,
But then Watford tried to take it away. That's when Suggs came in, grabbed the jersey of Simmons. Simmons said, no, we're good, and walks away.
And obviously in that previous possession, Suggs and Simmons added a little bit. So I'm not sure if there will be much more after the play. Nothing was too egregious. I mean, obviously guys kind of grabbed some jerseys and grabbed each other a little bit, but
I feel like with situations like this, they don't come out of nowhere. They're building from previous possessions. You mentioned Simmons and Suggs had a little back and forth.
Final review, we have an offensive foul on Black, and we have a double technical foul on Simmons and Suggs. It's Orlando ball, side out of bounds.
So Black gets nothing other than the offensive foul.
It's Brooklyn ball.
Not going to share the ball at that point. And then Simmons and Suggs get into it a little bit. Simmons is saying, hey, I'm just asking for the ball. And that's when Suggs came in. Watford then smacked at the ball. Black was not going to give it up.
Fred's got the hot hand. Shingo's been cleaning up.
Another one. No, not this time. And then Brooks ties up Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. Here come both teams. Here comes Rocket security. And we got a scrum in front of the Rocket bench.
I love it. Look at both teams. They're just loving it. Jalen Williams is screaming in there, and those two buddies, so they're having a good time. Dylan Brooks. Anytime Dylan's involved, you're going to have someone at it, man. And both teams saying, no, we get it, man. It's just good basketball from both those guys. But how about this fight, man? What a game, man. Living up to all the expectations.
You got security personnel for both teams out there.
You see the players are going, we're fine. We're fine, guys. Go back to the bench. We're good.
Nobody planted a flag at midfield. Saw a lot of that yesterday in college football.
Well, here's the play here, Craig. And these two, similar. Dylan going after it, getting that board. He's got all ball. Lift Shea off his feet, man. Somebody's been in the weight room. Somebody hasn't. And Dylan Brooks screaming. And look at these guys nodding their head and excited, man. Boy, this is just good basketball in both hands.
Jeff Green,
Jeff laughing.
FGA's laughing. Here's look.
Look at this, man. I've been in the weight room. You haven't? Well, I'm taking two guys with me, man. How about Dylan Brooks?
So they're going to ultimately look at this, but if for me, let's just play on.
They're buddies. They're friends.
There's nothing there. It's like they get you.
Suggs. Now they're having words with one another down low.
Gave a little stare down.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Towns demanding he gets a call. Mo Wagner looks like he's kind of digging the contact.
Oh, come on. Let him. Let him do it. Are you kidding me, Ed Malloy? I don't like the double technical here. Let him do it. This is the cup. This game means something. Let emotion come out. There's nothing wrong with this.
It's all good.
Oh, this is all great. Again, winner wins. That's right. A little clapping back and forth. Never hurt.
One heck of a defender, but I'm sorry, that is not a prime matchup for you.
Green with the three, count it, and a foul is going to go against Sacramento.
He's calling it against De'Aaron Fox, but I think they're going to take a look at this. They're signaling.
Maurit Kogut, one of the three officials, signaling to review this to see if it was released prior to the whistle or not. They called a foul on Fox. And Smith and Fox having words. This is what I said in the pregame. At some point there would be words between or some kind of expression of competitiveness between the two teams.
Yes, absolutely. And
you knew it was coming.
There's one on Dylan Brooks. He just got a technical, and now the Kings have a technical on De'Aaron Fox, I believe.
The game just started, folks. Fouls against each team. Here's another look at the sequence. Fox had his arm around Smith, and that's where the foul was called by Maurit Kogut, the official out top.
It looked to me, and he's saying it's a flop, and then Dylan Brooks takes his finger, obviously.
No. Okay, we've seen...
It's going to escalate the situation.
Yeah. We've seen this movie before as Smith chimes in as well. De'Aaron Fox is not to be played with right now.
But here's the thing. The point De'Aaron Fox is trying to make is that he flopped, and that was a moving...
To the basket with a full head of steam. Beasley's open for the long gun. It's in and out. Rebound, Paul Reed. Back up and in. And Reed and Jordan Clarkson bump. And now Ronald Holland and Clarkson into it a little bit.
George, they're just posing.
Both guys. JB Bickerstaff, careful with Ronald Holland, the rookie. The younger guys tend to get more emotional. You want to make sure nothing else happened. Now we're going to sort this out. If you're Mark Davis, Brett Barnaky.
Hustle by Reed. He bumps into Clarkson, and then he bumps him again. And then here comes Holland. And then they both put their dukes up, but fortunately did not swing them. Now, here's what we might have. We might have something. We might have double tech on Clarkson and Reed, maybe. But I do think something's going to happen with Ronald Holland, maybe a technical for him too.
And he had to be restrained. Jalen Rose thought it was something interesting to watch.
Exhorting the crowd to get on into it. They're into it.
Replays.
Okay, boom, there's one bump. That's the second one, actually. But then here comes Ron Holland, and
Clarkson's taking exception to the fact the rookie's coming after him.
After review.
And then come out in the second half. So they're not just a one-half team. We're not shooting the ball well.
Giannis falls down. And a timeout call by the Bucks. Doc Rivers very upset. He thought there was a reason. Now some pushing and shoving going on the floor. Jackson and Hartenstein jawing at each other. Now cooler heads prevail. Well, this is what appears to be what caused the altercation. Watch Andre Jackson knocking Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein objects to it right here. Doesn't look like it's much, but Gilgeous-Alexander clearly is something bothering him right after play. Watch him come down. And soon as this play is over, Hartenstein wants to confront Andre Jackson.
He goes straight over there to them to let him know, like, hey, this is not what's going on.
We're going to have a double technical foul on Hartenstein and Jackson. It'll be Milwaukee ball on the side. We're going to reset the shot clock to 14.
Nurkic, when he's going to be hit with an offensive foul.
They're probably going to take a look at it as well.
Boy, now we've got Nurkic and Najee Marshall as Marshall leaned back and threw a punch at Nurkic. And that will likely end the night. Nurkic took a direct shot. Lindsey, the crew chief, directing Najee Marshall back.
Well, Najee Marshall might as well know that he's going to get about 5 games.
That'll be the end of the night. And I believe the night may be done for Nurkic as well.
How did Nurkic throw a punch? Like, I turned my head on that one. I don't know how that escalated to that point.
Yeah, so both players. So you see Nurkic backing down. He got an elbow kind of up into the face.
Yeah, but he's off balance.
And Nurkic walking back. And something was clearly said. Well, Nurkic kind of took a swat at him. And then Najee Marshall loads up. So there was a push, the brush of the face, and then Marshall.
He missed the punch.
He missed the punch.
I thought he punched him and he fell, but it was more so he was off balance. He kind of rubbed his hand across. Oh, he did catch him. He caught him in the ear.
A little bit of the ear.
After review, we have fighting technical fouls on Marshall and Nurkic. Dallas's P.J. Washington has also been assessed a technical foul. All 3 players will be ejected from the game.
Wow. The P.J. Washington.
Play will resume with Phoenix shooting 1 free throw for the offsetting technical foul. Play will resume with a backcourt throw-in with 24 on the shot clock.
I don't know what P.J. Washington did. I'd like to take a look at that again.
This is why P.J. Washington, you see Washington in there, and yeah, there's the punch.
Oh, that's
why Nurk fell. It wasn't the punch. it was P.J. Washington. Yeah, we didn't catch that because we were looking at the punch. So
that is a tough thing to deal with as well.
I was asked earlier today what the loss of voice will mean. It appeared to go off the foot. Now Jaren Jackson Jr. and now Spencer was trying to grab the basketball out of the hands of Devin Booker. And Jaren Jackson Jr. now trying to get involved. But Booker felt like, and I thought at the moment that it was kicked on the dribble by Memphis.
Yeah, and Spencer, what he did, Spencer, as Devin was, obviously trying to, tell the officials to hit someone's foot, Spencer comes over and he escalates it by trying to snatch the ball out of a guy's hands that's arguing. And then so I didn't see it on that one. We got to run it back.
It went off 8 foot. I couldn't tell if it was Booker's or the defender Wells. Well, you see a push coming.
Yeah.
That's off the foot of Wells.
The ball hit.
But again, the ball was clearly kicked, so the why play wasn't stopped at that moment.
And they can't replay. That's the crazy part.
One thing that Dallas needs to be mindful of, this is a really good defensive team in Minnesota, and I think the Mavericks have been a little bit loose with the ball.
Oh, Gafford and Gobert in a slight altercation here. Gafford displeased with something that transpired a moment ago.
I don't need to be a Grinch here. It's Christmas.
Come on, Daniel. We all got presents, right? Most of us.
Oh. Ain't nobody gonna fight, man. Relax.
Beneath here that precipitated that.
This got caught up, and Daniel Gafford didn't like it, and they're going to have some words, but it's not. Good job by Spencer Dinwiddie to. That's a hold me back thing.
Yeah,
hold me back.
Yeah. Stop me before I get too close. You go around the league, though, and
so you don't have Steph and you don't have Kuminga. Where does the offense come from in this fourth quarter? Arabia looking it up and out, well defended by Moody, but Draymond and Edey, and there's a hard foul, and Edey didn't like it. I'm telling you, Zach Edey has that Draymond podcast in mind. He's just trying to show he's not soft. Draymond just was given a good hard foul, making sure, because this is all Draymond could do to make sure Edey didn't get this one up. Edey just pushed him under, and Draymond went for the ball. Good hard foul. There's nothing on the head and neck area. And they're talking about it right now. They want to separate the players. You don't want a wind-up type of thing. This is going to be a foul on Draymond, and I think the officials are going to look at it. So this is a good angle. Boom. Hits the ball right there, and then he just kind of wraps him up, making sure he can't go up. There was that should not be a flagrant foul. Right. There's no horse call. You don't have Steph and you don't have Kuminga. You're shooting threes like crazy. Draymond, he's got 3 threes. The Warriors have made 20, and now you got a technical foul.
Draymond's just talking to the crowd, having a good time after he made the 3. You got to allow for this. This is not. There's no talking to the Memphis Grizzlies, no taunting here. Like, as officials, you can't get caught up in this. This is just Draymond having a good time. We're not going to allow celebrations now.
So Draymond hits the 3, and he's just talking.
He's just talking afterwards.
That's a technical foul. Then you're going to have 50 technicals in every NBA game.
Fox one-on-one with Pippen. Sabonis screens. Fox rejects the screen, throws up a wild shot. Grizzlies able to keep it in play. Grizzlies an opportunity for the lead. 4 minutes into the fourth. Pippen drives. Whoa! Got grabbed by the head by De'Aaron Fox.
That's got to be a flagrant foul. He doesn't make a play on the basketball at all.
And tempers starting to rise.
The problem. I understand where Desmond Bain is coming from. You see your teammate get his head grabbed that had nothing to do with basketball. Of course you're going to respond to it. I mean, watch this here. This is nowhere near basketball.
Plays under review to see if it meets criteria for a flag or foul.
A head grab? I don't know what else you call flagrant.
After review, Fox makes
Earlier in the season, my dear mom was sitting courtside, and I was nervous the whole time. That's why.
Sure. The young lady got hit in the shoulder. Schroeder was going after the loose ball. You got to be ready to move in row one.
You certainly better be paying attention.
There's a little talking going on between Holland and Draymond Green.
You surprised?
No, considering Holland is Holland and Draymond's Draymond.
Scuffle over there on the sideline. Crowd was getting a little riled up. First of all, you want to make sure the fan is okay. Make sure the fan is good. And now you're going to get double technicals here. For Schroeder and Stewart. And Beef Stew was saying, hey, you jumped into one of our fans. And Dennis was like, hey, I was just going for the ball. Double T, you don't shoot free throws.
Let's see what happened after while we were looking at the replay. Draymond Green gets over there talking to Holland. A spirited discussion. Buddy Hield comes over. Beef Stew says what's happening. Well, Draymond Green is not the one to get into it with. He's not backing down.
Isaiah Stewart and Schroeder both got tees.
I think the fan is okay. That's the most important
thing. I mean, I was very worried for her because, like I said, you're pinned in that chair and they land on you and your head snaps back. That's not good.
Okay, who can channel all this? Who benefits from this is the question. Who channels this into good basketball? Scuffles, technical fouls, double techs, emotions running high.
Torches his one-on-one matchup. Keontae George travels, move the pivot foot. And Keontae George and Morant getting after it. Pippen tried to get the ball from Keontae George, and now it's escalating.
Well, the biggest thing is you just don't want anybody to come off the bench.
And Taylor Jenkins is really hot because Keontae George wouldn't give up the ball after the travel.
And I wonder, so it's after this. I wonder, does Taylor Jenkins get touched in any way? Because they try to take the ball, and then the little elbow there, then it becomes a little slapping show between them. But I want to see is after this, when Taylor comes in here, does someone push Taylor also at that point? He got extremely upset.
Yeah.
You see this part. Maybe you give 2 technicals on those 2 guys. Eubanks comes in later. And Taylor, I think he was upset with the way that Eubanks came in and inserted himself.
To review, there's double technical fouls on John Morant and Keontae George for their actions during the dead ball. Memphis will inbound the ball in the backcourt, the free throw line extended.
Keontae George uncorks a 3 wildly.
No, don't do it. Zach Edey, good job by Zach Edey, because Eubanks just threw a shot in the back of Zach Edey.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Eubanks is the guy who Taylor Jenkins was mad at.
Eubanks has been playing with a level of chippiness tonight, and so they'll look to see if this is a flagrant foul. There is no historical.
For something here going to CJ.
That's an early inbounds. Paul George knocked it out. Good defense from PG on CJ. So now 5.9 left in the frame.
Trying to use that height advantage and reach advantage. Just draped all over him defensively in full denial of the basketball.
Nick Nurse pleading Paul's case, saying that CJ was pushing him out of bounds, and some words between George and CJ in the paint
They
right
haven't
now.
stopped chirping.
And double technicals issued.
Well, that solves everything, the double technical does. So.
By Trey Maddox, who was right there.
It's good to have that in your toolbox.
I know, it's one of your favorites. And we did some research on your technical fouls during the halftime break. We'll get to that in the fourth quarter.
How much money did I give up?
A lot in 1993. I've got questions about that. Okay, here we go. 5.9 left in the third. And it comes to Tice. Daniel Tice over to CJ. McCollum whips it out. Alvarado for three. And Alvarado nails it.
Hunter can't respond. Okongwu fighting in a straitjacket. Jump ball, and here we go.
Tatum, we got to get Tatum out of there.
They're wrestling.
Oh, we need Tatum. They might not need Okongwu. We need Tatum.
No doubt, yeah. Celtic security is in there too. Joe Mazzulla still clapping. It was Tatum and Okongwu wrapped up for the jump ball, still battling after the whistle.
Trae Young laughing at Joe. Oh, you really like that? I heard about you. I like the fight.
Yeah, that's good.
I do. No, I mean.
All right, so you'll see Tatum tie up Okongwu right there. It's the jump ball. Okongwu says he's doing a little too much. Get off me.
So Tatum, if I'm not mistaken, Tatum had the tech, right?
Correct. Good call.
Neither club has a challenge now, right? Is that right? We're done with challenges?
I think so. I hope so.
Shot clock down to 4. 3-point shot from Beasley. Missed it. It's a wrestling match breaking out Stewart and Carter. And you hope it doesn't become a boxing match.
Just going on into the bench.
Isaiah Stewart has already been hit with a technical foul in the game. He might get another.
All right, the foul, I think, is on Wendell, is it not? They just get tangled up here. And it's going to go into the bench.
The foul number 34, Wendell Carter Jr. is fourth, second team.
The foul is on Carter.
Instant replay will be utilized to see if there's any unsportsmanlike or hostile acts that occurred for altercation that not quickly resolved.
Well, this is a throwback game to the late 80s,
yes,
early 90s.
We'll get another look at it. I think.
What would you do here, Jack? Play on?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything there, is there?
Pushing.
Well, Wendell's trying to get himself away. A lot of talking.
When the Euro stepped sharp, who thought he was going right at the basket, at least get one. Oh, we got Watford and Miles on the far side, and everybody's going over there. We got to keep the guys on the bench. Yeah, got to keep the guys on the bench. Because you get off the bench in a brawl, in a fight, then you get taken out. Obi and Watford and Miles, everybody just needs to calm down. But this is the frustration that's going on here.
And remember, these two teams play again on Saturday.
No question. At the bottom part of your screen, look, going toward half court. That starts it. That's a cheap shot. And Miles protects his teammate. And then you see Watford, who's now, that's the second time, now the third time he's hit somebody. So the officials rightfully get him with 2 technicals and an automatic ejection. And Miles, he's not going to leave it unprotected. Mathurin just tries to come and help. But by the time he gets there, Watford has picked up his 2 technicals. And they get, as well, Nembhard with 1. Remember,
8-point game. Nembhard. And getting into it with Gobert now, and they break it up. Gobert has been extra chippy here to start this third quarter, which I'm sure is welcome for Minnesota after showing no fight in the first 2 quarters.
Well, first of all, Nembhard looked like hit Mike Conley first.
Yeah, we saw Conley react.
And credit John Goebel saw that early. I mean, he got right in there. There's an elbow by Nembhard, and then Gobert.
Yeah, so Gobert saw exactly what happened.
Exactly right. So they missed the foul by Nembhard on Mike Conley, and Rudy is protecting his guy.
And we still have some chippiness. Randall and Toppin we're talking.
The Indiana coaches are not doing a good job separating their players. You see, Minnesota security team is down there getting Wolves players to the bench. Rudy's probably going to be getting a flagrant 2 here. But I get it. He's protecting his guy. Elbow.
The trigger on the floor is to see the foul meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Well, they're going to go back and check that out. I mean, is there a foul on Nembhard first? Are they going to be able to go back to that level and see that and call that play?
It's possible, but I'm with you on this one. What the officials are looking at, wind up, impact, and follow through.